everyone, and welcome back to Starfield. This is episode 3. Last time, we were on the moon of Crete at the research facility. We had to deal with the pirates, and we did so. And now we have landed on New Atlantis, the planet Jemison, I believe. And we've got Vasco here, and we just chilling. It's a beautiful day in New Atlantis, so we're somewhere different now. This is where I think we'll begin to actually get a feel for what's going on here with us being on Constellation. I suppose Barrett's just hanging out back at the mining facility. He's like, I guess I'm with you guys now, considering the fact that we've just taken his ship and we're out of here. Maybe we should go back there and check in.
Your memory is uncanny.
Project Indigo again?
And he's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
Oh, 1,000 credits? Sheesh. I don't believe I have 1,000 credits for repairs. Not yet anyway. I gotta sell some stuff before I got some spending money. I'd like to view and modify my ships. We can have multiple ships. Let's see what ships you have for sale. Where did you say I could sell things? Okay, hang on. Where can I go if I need more crew for my ship?
I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza.
Okay, we can be like, hey, anyone want to, I don't know, get on a ship with me? Maybe. All right, guys, we're just going to completely abandon the main quest, and all we're going to do is hire people for a crew and just fly in planets and do space battles and then land on planets and just be a scoundrel. There's no main quest. The main quest of Starfield is my quest. I don't need to go out to Constellation. All I need is my ship and a crew, and we're good to go. And we're just gonna leave everything alone.
The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint. Sure, have at it.
Ship view time. All right, Frontier, my home ship. There it is. Vendor credits and my credits. I got 2,000. I could afford to get my ship repaired. Let's have a look here. Okay. Ship builder, upgrade ship, and inspect. And then if we select a system, ship upgrade mode allows you to make improvements to your ship without needing to worry about where modules should be placed. Some upgrades may have level or skill requirements. Multiple upgrades can be made, and their cost will be added up at the end of the session. Oh my god. Okay. We can upgrade our guns. Yep, let's just go straight for the Mauler 104 liter autocannon. I like that they've got, like, in-game branding. Horizon Defense, Light Scythe, Ballistic Solutions. That's cool. We can afford some of them. We can afford some of them. That's right. So we can choose to upgrade engines, upgrade shields, all that kind of fun stuff, which is awesome. Let's have a look at shields. Dog Star. I feel like we need to upgrade shields. I feel like that is just useful. I want to go sell a bunch of stuff, and then we could come and investigate actual ships. What about ships that you have for sale?
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Rambler. Cool. Galileo? That's a big ship. Sparrow. Achilles. However that's said. Kefir. Econahall. Gladius. And the shield breaker. Oh, look at that. Look at all those engines. All those thrusters. Cool. I'll be very excited to make one. We could start with like a basic one. 57k. So I like our ship, but I need to change it. But we'll have to wait. Let's get the repairs. We'll cash in.
Sure thing. We'll get it fixed up. Good as new.
Okay.
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Don't worry, baby. You'll be the Razor Crest in no time. Complete with carbonite storage chamber and everything.
These 15-hour shifts are killing me.
Alright, let's head straight to where we need to go. Did this guy just teleport over here? You just ran over here, didn't you? Trade Authority kiosk. So this is where we can sell stuff. Okay. Sort by value, please. I need money. So we're gonna start selling some shit. It's good that we can at least see what we have equipped and what's favorited as well. That helps a lot. In terms of selling resources, you probably don't even want to sell resources, really. There you go, I've offloaded some junk.
Hey, kind of breaking my concentration here.
Concentration on what? Staring at my ship, pal? Alright, let's take a look at the map. Where are we? New Atlantis, Frontier. And we're going to the Lodge in the Mars District. I love being able to just like look at this, the system. How cool is that? It's very neatly designed.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered.
Is that a child?
We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible.
Or just a very short person?
Being your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They
That's a
just took the
child.
shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course. That's
That is an adult head on a child body.
We'll just.
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Oh my god.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience.
Get told.
And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you.
Vasco, get out of there.
You're the only reason any
Vasco, stop staring at the man. Get out of there.
Glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been...
Vasco, stop staring. It's rude. Move.
I read all about New Atlantis.
Get out of there.
So cool. Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year, and it kind of smelled. But I don't smell anything here.
This kid is annoying.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
There's a lot more dialogue here than I was expecting. This was our first conversation on Atlantis. This was our first introduction to people here, and I know that Bethesda know what children look like. I know that they know what children look like because Fallout 3 had numerous asshole children.
May I help you?
But this is an adult head on a child's body, and it looks so strange. You're like a bobblehead.
I've never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff.
Do you reckon that I get down on my knees to be at eye level?
Yeah, it was like, snakes and serpents will eat you all, rah, the stars will squeeze you, rah, or something like that. I think they need psychiatric help. Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child? Anyway, I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
I said the galaxy's a tough place, and he's like, you sure that's appropriate?
May I help you?
We're under attack!
Look, I had to see if it was possible, dude. I had to see if it was possible. I saw a hit marker.
Hello.
May I help you?
Alright guys, settle down. This is why we quick save whenever you enter a new place. Your head's smaller than his head's.
Go away.
Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream.
Good old days.
Not what, who. How to describe House Varun? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of. Then they just disappeared. They're out there somewhere, or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those guys, you run. You understand me?
Alright. Learning about, bits and pieces of the history of the world here, and the people, and the lore, and the world building. We have to understand what's going on, I suppose. I wonder if there is a codex compiling information or not, because I feel like that's one of the best parts in establishing a new world, new lore, and everything is like have a place where I can like have all that information compiled. I love me a codex, so then I can be like, who are these people? What are they about? And then I can go and check instead of having to keep it all in here, because there's too much stuff in here.
You were saying something?
I'm thinking.
Ain't that the truth? Well, still, I hold out hope. There are more good people than bad in this galaxy. It's just that the bad are louder. Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes. They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and ask questions never.
This man's eyes do not look real. They look painted on. His eyes look painted on like a little action figure, but like if an action figure came to life and its eyes moved.
Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Varun crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman? Goodbye.
Hey.
Your file here just says scoundrel, followed by a lot of expletives. Look, whatever trouble you're bound to cause, do it somewhere else. You're out there a lot, right? In space. Just do us all a favor and never turn into one of
May I
those
help you?
spacers. Scum of the galaxy. Robbing, stealing, killing.
Hello.
Even the Crimson Fleet doesn't trust them.
I like this dude's outfit. That's a cool helmet.
Not now.
Oh, this is the person that I do want to shoot in the face. Helena Chambers, I hereby pronounce you dead. Bonk.
Does that woman have any idea who I am?
Terrible. What do you think, Vasco? All right, let's move on.
Oh, joke. Say those Varun zealots worship a snake.
Oh my lord! That stare is so intense! Oh, it's terrifying! The eyes follow you wherever you go! Oh my god! That's a fucking horrifying.
Word of advice? Steer clear of the well.
Alright. Oh my... Oh! Thought she disappeared. Oh my god! That's absolutely horrifying. Sanitation minibot. Electric groan.
I'm busy at the moment.
Okay.
How are you?
The world is so alive, guys. Guys, if you leave your luggage, people are gonna think they're bombs.
Hey there.
You enter the city. Please keep moving. Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures.
Kinda in the middle of something here.
It's pretty empty.
New Atlantis sure is shiny.
I think in my settings I've got there's crowd density. We do have crowd density on high, so there you go. So this is, look at this, look at this dense crowd. It's fucking, I can't even walk through here. There's so many people. It's alright. We're only in the first area. Let's keep walking. Let's try and see if there's some people around here that are busy. I don't even know where to go, so we're really just gonna focus on the main objective for now. Otherwise we'll get like way too distracted, I think.
Oh, hello?
Can you not walk through me, please?
Always wondered what the inside of the lodge looks like.
Yeah, if we start just running off in random directions, I don't think we'll ever get out of here.
Hope you're not agoraphobic.
What are you hiding under that beanie? Style among the stars, a universe of leisure. Young, attractive, fresh, seductive, emotional, beautiful. Essence.
Pardon?
I'm just gonna want to harass every single citizen, apparently. They all just have the most creepy eye contact.
Excuse me.
No one here looks alive. This is a city of fake people. No one here is real.
Vous cherchez quelque chose?
Oh. Hello.
Wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Je m'appelle Apocalypse.
This place always surprises me.
Oui?
Oui? Oui, oui.
Dawn's Roost has the best food in the settled systems.
Hi.
Everyone's so creepy in this place. And I thought I was weird. I'm the most normal guy here. Oh my god, what happened to my eyes? I am glazed. Am I fucking high? Oh, there we go. I've woken up now. So I was sleeping.
Weird, huh?
Oh my god. Let me take off my helmet because I think we're in a breathable space. So hide helmet in breathable areas. There we go. Oh my god, where's my beard gone? What the fuck? Why did taking off my helmet remove my beard?
Maybe if I try easy.
Where's my beard? Bring my beard back, assholes. Do I actually not have a beard? What the fuck? Oh, put that away. Did I get shaved in space? Oh, what happened to my face? Put the fucking helmet back on. Oh, my beard is gone. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? My beard is gone. Oh, no. What happened? Where did it go? Where did my fucking beard go? What the fuck? That's horrifying. It's there. It's on his face. You can see it, but it's invisible. Oh my god. Please tell me. Oh my god, there it is. Oh my god, my beard. There it is, guys. I had to change my jumpsuit to get my beard back. Whoa! I can wear my nightwear. That was terrifying. Alright, I wanna... Because when we're on a breathable planet, I want to be able to, like, you know, wear something cool, you know? And then we'll take off our armor so we can walk around. This is like the cool times where you can just walk around in your normal clothes. There you go. With third person on. Okay, thank you. This is when you want to like be in third person, I think. When you can like see your character and you're walking around, and then you're first person when you're out in the field, you know? So I can see what I'm wearing. Jesus, man. That, like, beard disappearance, that got to me, that one.
I wish that bartender at the viewport
This
would
is
stop
New
complaining
Atlantis
to
Transit,
security.
or the
I don't know
NAT.
what she lost,
It provides
but she
free
won't give it back by
transportation
annoying
throughout the
us.
city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
Nice. I would love free transport. That's nice. We got a little bank here, the Gal Bank. Secured ATM.
Just a lack of empathy. Oh, they're willing to change if it affects their own life, but not...
Alright, let's go.
How's it going?
The Mars District. This is so Mass Effect. We're in the Citadel right now. It's great. Choose our little districts in the Citadel. This is definitely the most Mass Effect location.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge.
Okay. Look at this crowd density.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
We got changing weather. Oh, look at how polite this single file of people is. The fuck? You guys don't have to walk in single file, you know. Guys, look, crowds. Look at all these randomly generated people.
How are things going?
So if we open up our journal as well, which is not wanting to open, how do I open up my journal? We go missions, and then you can look at activities. Bartender, Sergeant Yumi, visit the London landmark on Earth. Let's go to the Sol system, guys. Let's go to Earth. So at least you can see like little side things to do. There's no descriptions. It's just go and do that, you know? I need to get like a cool like dust jacket. I need like a big old trench coat or something.
I used to be an actuary.
I need to complete my gunslinger scoundrel look, you know? Can I scan when we're here? Yeah, we can. Aha. Scan you, citizen. We've got flora, fauna, and resources out here to scan. Scanning things is my favorite activity.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
I'm so glad we have our little exposition robot to fill us in. I appreciate it, because I have questions and he has answers sometimes. Alright, we're going off the grid. Mast can wait. I feel the call of the wild. Is there swimming in Starfield? We're about to find out. Oh, there's swimming in Starfield. See you later, robot, wherever you are. I'm free. How far can we go? Also, can we dive? Oh, I can jump while swimming. Are you kidding? You can jump while swimming. I'm gonna put that up to the gravity. How much gravity we got here? Oh, it's close to normal gravity. All right. You can jump in water, dude. Oh, that's insane. You can jump in water. Now, bring me that horizon. I genuinely can't tell if the land is getting any closer or not. Are we getting closer to the land? I think we're getting further away from that city. Maybe. Have we hit a wall? Am I on an invisible wall right now without noticing? I need to have some sort of... No, we are moving, because I can see the land moving. This is how you gotta swim, guys. If you want to make any progress while swimming, this is what you do. Otherwise, you're screwed. Alright, we made it. I've escaped. The world is our oyster now. I told you we wouldn't get carried away, guys. And look at what happened. We're taking on an apex parrot hawk. Time to go take on this apex parrot hawk. Told you guys. What main quest? What are we doing? We're bird hunting now. We've become a bird people. Look at those things. Let's join in. Look at the wildlife. Oh, damn, they fucked them up.
In the immediate vicinity.
And as you can see here, the apex parrot hawk are definitely the apex predators of New Atlantis.
I adequately assisted you during combat.
An apex parrot hawk, and what is this? A herding cutterhead herbivore. They were just chilling, they're herbivores. Okay, temperament defensive. Let's keep scanning things. Is that a ship? We pissed off the parrot hawks. Spiral creeper. We've just gone off for a little excursion to learn about the planet that we're on. Oh god. Corrosive gas. Alright guys, I'm ready to go back home, I think. Alright, it's time to go back home. I've had my fun. Get me out, get me back. We're so close to an unknown thing. Alright, travel there, please. We went on a little excursion, okay? We went a little rogue because I wanted to see if the game would let us, and it did. The game let us. That's nice. It went, if you would like to swim forever, be my guest.
So good. Nope, no way. But it's amazing. Let's go this way.
It's a pretty cool looking place, though.
The lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
Thank you. I look so tired. My character is like sleepy. The lodge. My super special watch.
Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Ridiculous.
I like that he's just being like, yeah, Barrett would say this. Should I start stealing some things from my house from in here? This place looks fancy. There's rich people here. Which one of these is Buzz Aldrin? That guy, right? Oh, it's Armstrong instead. Neil Armstrong. There it is. You gotta have him, he's important. Yeah. Hey, people.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Ah, yes. This is Barrett's boss, right? Project Indigo can only be overridden with Sarah's command.
Sarah Morgan, chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question.
No, I've got another question for you, actually.
Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which, where is Barrett?
Okay, well.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
Well, that's why I'm here. It's like, I'm from Neon, mate. That's my backstory.
We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point. Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
With less embellishment.
Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noelle, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Yeah, it's just gonna make some sort of orb, and it's a map to another galaxy with an ancient alien force, and it's coming in to kill us all. And unless we have this orb, we're all doomed.
We're all waiting on you.
Okay, fancy pants. You can continue to wait. I'm gonna check out your rich sandwiches. I'll take that if you don't mind. Save that for later.
Sorry there isn't time for longer introductions, but we need to see the artifact.
Well, I'm having a look at your cool house. A spyglass. I wonder if we can use it. Fancy compass. This is such a nice place. You really got getting the musical notes tattooed on your cheek. Alright, you guys have waited long enough.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh.
God, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves.
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Godric?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
This is all a little much. You want me in Constellation? What does that mean? What's expected?
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
How much do you know about the artifacts? What are they?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal, another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
This is all a little much. I need some time to clear my head.
Fair enough, but you need a place to stay in the city, right? Why don't you settle in here? We owe you that much. Come find me when you're ready. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Oh, I got 8,000 credits. I got a lot of money. There's a lot of stuff on my screen at one time. Ah! Alright, there's a lot of stuff on my screen.
You're still glad you joined Constellation, Noelle?
Yes, ma'am, of course. I honestly can't imagine being anywhere else.
Just making sure. Bright young girl like you, there are no shortage of opportunities.
What do we reckon this is, guys?
But I just remind myself that if it weren't for you and for Constellation,
it's gonna form into a halo ring.
What's going on? Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
I just arrived, and you're talking about family? I don't know you people. Get me out of here. Ah! It's a cult. They want me to join their family? I gotta cut my losses immediately. Alright, let's have a look and see what else we can do. So we did the weightlifting. I gotta sprint. I gotta just keep sprinting, I think. I think I'm gonna focus on the lockpicking one. Security. You can attempt to hack advanced locks, and 2 auto attempts can be banked. Wow.
Can I help?
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
How long have you been working on all this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
The vision I saw, what do you think it was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something, an energy surge, some other phenomenon.
Okay, Barrett saw something too?
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
Whatever I saw and heard, it wasn't coming from me.
Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people report in these situations. I'm not saying you didn't really see anything, just that it's really hard to determine after the fact. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
So, piece of artifact, when it's removed from the rock for the first time, you see something. So there's 3 pieces, so maybe the third piece, I guess, was found elsewhere? And they're like scattered throughout the galaxy? Okay. I was wondering about other types of exploration work besides the artifacts.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Okay, mission board. You seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh gosh, no, I mean that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the 2, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Okay. Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
I am at your service, Captain.
I'm just the dude's captain now. I guess that's the founder, that guy over there with the religious imagery of the sun behind him. Funky sphere sculpture. Cred stick. You guys don't mind if I just steal your money, do you?
Greetings, Walter Stroud.
Report on Constellation. The following is an excerpt from a 2283 SSNN news report about Constellation's near collapse. And although Constellation's relevance has been a subject of much debate amongst the new Atlantis intelligentsia, the disappearance of founder Sebastian Banks was a blow most felt the organization couldn't survive. In fact, Constellation's disbanding seemed imminent until member Chloe Bao changed her vote in the 11th hour, thus ensuring the group's continued operation for at least the time being, as well as her unexpected appointment to the position of chair.
How may I assist you?
No, I don't need anything. Just checking in, seeing how you're doing.
Sebastian Banks's speech. The The following is an excerpt of Constellation founder Sebastian Banks' stirring 2276 speech to United Colonies leadership about the importance of continued space exploration. That is why, my esteemed peers, I beseech you, do not forego the dreams of humanity only to plunge civilization into an endless nightmare. The settled system stands once more on the brink of war, and for what? A dispute over space? The cosmos is infinite, and yet, like our earthbound ancestors, we have become selfishly obsessed over what we consider ours. At our core, are we a race of conquerors, of warriors? No, my friends, if nothing else, humans are explorers. So let us continue exploring. Now is the time to venture beyond the imagined borders of the settled systems and fulfill the dreams of humanity. For if we continue down this path, funding only war and not exploration, I fear there will be no one left to remember why we fought in the first place.
Present. All systems.
Nice speech, bud.
Within established parameters.
Right. Well then.
Where'd you go? You went in here.
Yes, Walter Stroud. I will.
Yes, Walter Stroud, I will. Nice bar.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself. Within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
The solar system dartboard is a nice touch. Dracula. Alright, well, I'll get that, and I will put that in. Like I said, the Origin of Species, Darwin, and Moby Dick, and Nicholas Nickleby. We'll put that in our library, right? We're collecting books, and we'll have our own little library. Sir Livingston's journal. Sir Malcolm Livingston's appointment to the role of Constellation Chair was controversial, to say the least, as he essentially bought his way into the position. Nevertheless, Banks's contributions to the organization were substantial, as evidenced by this excerpt from his personal journal. In time, the others will come to accept me as chair, I'm sure. Until then, I remain committed to improving this organization to the best of my abilities. And if those improvements rely even more on my already considerable monetary contributions, then so be it. I agreed we needed a robot, but disagreed with the purchase of a newer model A. Lunar Robotics of a new model A. Lunar Robotics is a shadow of what it once was. Instead, I managed to procure an original Model A, manufactured on the moon. Bought him for a song, found him rusting in some junk heap in a killer city. I'm having him refurbished as I write this, and in a couple of days, he'll be good as new. I've decided to name his Vasco, and like his namesake, I imagine he'll be as flawed as he is effective. My next step is renovating the lodge. Sebastian Banks has the good sense to name the building appropriately, but it's time to inject a bit of old world grandeur. If we are to be the gatekeepers of art, science, culture, and exploration, our headquarters must express that. It's time I called in some favors and searched in those hidden corners of the settled systems to procure the things that would truly make this place come alive. There are some treasures from old Earth that desperately need an appropriate home. So yeah, we'll obviously be reading the in-universe books as much as possible when we can identify them, but then we will also collect a library of all of the real-world books. Cooking station. Whenever I'm looking at stuff like paintings and art and installations, yes, I am looking for references to Elder Scrolls and Fallout, potentially. I'm having a look. There's bound to be some stuff out here somewhere. Probably where we least expect it. Look at this fancy pants meeting room.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Okay, this is my room. I have a room. Exotic bottle. Great expectations. My father's name being Pirip and my Christian name Philip, my infant tongue could make of both names nothing longer or more explicit than Pip, so I called myself Pip and came to be called Pip. Charles Dickens' 13th novel is the coming-of-age tale of an orphan boy named Pip as he navigates the agendas of those around him, like the eccentric Miss Havisham. It's very interesting in the way that a lot of these books are, they're just the smallest little piece of the book. Cowards, put the full book in. All 341 pages of Moby Dick. Put it in the game. Call me Ishmael. What's your name? Ahab. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail about a little and see the watery part of the world. Big boss. I have a Chronomach watch case for my watch. Guys, they put the fucking watch storage deluxe edition thing in the game. Okay, I've got storage in here, which is nice. Got the fucking chair, because you gotta have the fucking chair. Doodle-doo-doo. So I've got storage here and storage on my ship. That's nice. Who's going to be sitting in here in 2 different chairs? In 3 different chairs? Jesus. How many chairs do I want in this bedroom? I'm having a party in my bedroom, huh? My flashlight doesn't work? Oh, do I have to be wearing do I have to be wearing my actual spacesuit for the flashlight? No. I just don't. I'm just not allowed a flashlight. Okay. That's fine. I didn't want a flashlight anyway. I did because it was dark. Economic meltdown. Okay. Toy spaceship. Feeding the front lines. Return of the Interceptor. From the studio that brought you the Interceptor. Drink pack. Give me some white wine. I don't know my group well enough yet. Is this Mateo's room or is this Noel's room? Bat Ball. Galactic Bat Ball Association. Mateo's room is next to me, right? So it's definitely, it's not Mateo's room. This looks like it could be Noel's room, though. Sir Livingston's second journal. I heard tell from some of the old-timers that although the Earth suffered its sad fate, that her faithful companion Luna fared much better. Apparently, you can still find the remnants of one of the old Apollo missions, something of a secret rite of passage for chairs of Constellation, if Banks was to be believed. During one of those rare interludes of calm while doing other research on Earth, I figured I could spare the time. I was, as they say, in the neighborhood. It took some serious scanning and a couple false leads, but I found it, to walk in the same place of those earliest of interstellar explorers. Unbelievable what they achieved with such primitive technology. I found the whole experience moving, inspiring. I will advise my successor to do the same. We'll make a proper tradition of it yet. Visit the Apollo landmark on Luna. Nice. I'm excited to check the Earth and Luna stuff out. That seems very fun. Because it's like the familiar aspect. Okay, so apparently that's the common room then, and then this is Mateo's room, according to what Noel said. There's too many bedrooms in here. Report that Clark Lewis. Breached the hull at approximately 1348 Sol time. As expected, all internal systems were offline. Emergency power had ceased to function years earlier, so I was navigating the ship in zero-G. Again, I expected that. Almost immediately I started seeing the bodies. They were everywhere. The crew, the settlers, all of them, drifting throughout the ship. What surprised me were the obvious variations in the causes of death. Those not in suits were frozen and fairly well preserved, and I imagine some of them actually asphyxiated. Others were emaciated as if they had starved prior to death and freezing. Others had substantial wounding, gunshots, stab wounds. I even found an arm floating amongst the debris. But not the owner of said arm. It was when I got to the engine room that things finally started to make sense. Due to my approach, I hadn't noticed it from the outside, but half the compartment was actually gone, completely destroyed. The helium-3 tanks had ruptured, somehow. Sabotage? Faulty equipment? Wasn't clear, but the reactor was gone, blown into space. No helium-3 meant no jumping. No reactor meant no engines. No thrusters. That meant the Clark Lewis was dead in space. Forever. A few personal logs I discovered only confirmed what I then assumed. Life on the Clark Lewis devolved over the course of the next few years. Some people starved to death, others resorted to violence and even murder. There were even some compelling, though unsubstantiated evidence indicating cannibalism. For the settled systems at large, the disappearance of the Clark Lewis is a topic of urban legend. Like Bigfoot or the Roanoke colony. Part of the myth held that the ship had made it to some Eden-like planet where the settlers had established a kind of utopia. It's a hell of a thing knowing something an entire galaxy does not, holding on to a truth so terrible you're not even sure it should see the light of day. Chloe Bow's extensive 2282 report on the destruction of the Clark Lewis colony ship, which was reported lost in the year 2257, was a subject of much contention within Constellation. At a time when space exploration was already on the decline, Sebastian Banks feared that the horrifying story of the Clark Lewis and its crew would prevent people from venturing into the dangerous unknowns of space. I mean, true. That would put some people off. They would get a little bit spooked. Aja Mamasa's diary. Seems like it was yesterday I was pulled into this exciting new organization, Constellation. We would push the boundaries of human knowledge and experience by exploring farther into space than anyone had before. For all, into the Starfield. God, I was so young. We all were, but I was the youngest of us all. Now here we are on the brink of disaster. The colony war may be over, but the settled system seems to just be waiting for the next one. Exploration is now, at best, quaint, at worst, irrelevant. Fortunately, and it was no small feat, I've managed to put together a list of potential new members. They are Irvin Madani, young biologist and physician from the Freestar Collective, Barrett, a promising young physicist from the UC, a colourful character to say the least, Alice Campbell, a woman of action and pilot, claims to have flown every type of ship at least once, Russell Luther, astronomer and former Freestar Collective military, argumentative by effective, Visola Chen, a philosopher, historian, specializes in humanity's early days of space exploration. Jintao Min, dedicated to finding truth among the stars. Neon Hitman rumors are troubling. With any luck, this new blood will be just what Constellation needs to keep going. Maybe. From the personal diary of Aja Mamasa, former Constellation chair.
Hey, have you been up to the Eye recently?
I haven't needed to go up there in a bit. Why?
Oh, I just don't know how he does it. Up there all alone for so long.
Some people love that kind of space. Pun intended.
Okay.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
Nice. I will say that the facial animations on the characters as you talk to them are very well done, very expressive. You can feel exactly the emotions that they're conveying at every given time. They're very expressive faces, which is really nice. They're not just like solid, where they're just like, they actually emote. It's nice. What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
You think this was a religious experience? Like seeing 2001: A Space Odyssey in the cinema for the first time and walking out being like, I am fundamentally changed at my core. Because that's what I did when I saw 2001 in the cinema a few months ago. Yeesh. And that was my second time watching it, but it was like I was watching it for the first time properly. And it was just crazy. And it was a religious experience.
Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not going to rule it out just yet.
All I know is I've never experienced anything like it.
That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
Okay. These artifacts all came out of caves?
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
So someone had already discovered it, touched it, and had the vision when they would have found it, right?
Take care of yourself.
So there would have had to have been a third person that's experienced this vision.
I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment. But now, well, it's clearly money well spent.
This is all exciting, but there's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there? We have to get this right.
It's a shame I can't sit down next to him.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
Okay, well, I guess I'm crouched down now, because it doesn't look like I'm sat on the couch. You don't know me. If that was an apology, you can do better.
I am sorry I besmirched your chosen profession and made assumptions about your character. My frustrations lie more with Barrett, not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
I hope the drinks are at least free.
Yes, well, a stocked bar is a treat I think Constellation can afford. For now. But if you clean us out, you're on your own. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Nice. We can do things. What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
Can you give me a ship then, Mr. Rich Old Man? Or a bunch of parts so I can make it look like the ship that I want, please? Do you think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
You mean have I seen something like this before?
This? Or anything else? You'll have to forgive me. I don't know you as well as the others here. If you weren't so new to the group, I might already know the answer.
Oh, sure, I see lights and hear music all the time. It's a non-stop party in my head.
Well, clearly the sarcasm center of your brain is intact. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
What's your role in Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
This isn't where I'd expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home as much as anywhere else.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Constellation, the artifacts.
Alright, I've had time. I've gotten to know the people. I have a room. Let's talk to Sarah Morgan.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
It's what we do. How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
What is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Alright, I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
Okay. Other people have artifacts?
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
The UC Vanguard?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Legwork never pays off quite the way you expect.
You've done this before, eh? Wise words. If we watch each other's backs, we'll be fine. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Sarah will be locked as your follower if you continue. And she's looking at me like... wonder if there's any romance options in Starfield, or whether it's just companions. I don't think Bethesda has ever had... oh no, but you could get married in Skyrim. You could have wife. You could have male wife. Wonder if there's romances. What do I get out of this anyway? Constellation have a salary?
You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time.
Touché.
Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have.
Okay, Space Lara Croft, I got it. Got it. You and me until we get that artifact.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before, or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
Why are you gonna say it like that? What do you mean? You don't care if I steal as long as I don't get caught?
I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means.
I like that it's like, you can join us, and you can be a scumbag, because you're joining us. Understood.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
Sarah Morgan is now your active companion. Okay. Talking to Sarah's contact. Now, I think with where we currently stand with Starfield, we're a few hours in, and I've tried to do my usual approach, and how I want to handle my playthroughs is I really like slowly going through meticulously, taking my time, and we read everything that comes our way, and I usually get really engaged reading like text logs, entries, and stuff like that. I'm not as engaged or really hooked yet, so it hasn't really been able to get me with its world building or like what it's trying to set up just yet. So I'm hoping that we'll get more of that over time. But I'm thinking I might end up taking a little bit more of a different approach to Starfield with what I usually do. With we kind of go all the side quests and alongside the main quest and reading everything and doing all of that. And I think I'm going to try and have a similar approach, but I might just be focusing on the story and the main quest primarily, and then picking up some things that come along the way. That might be the best way for me to approach this. These are my early thoughts at the moment, only a few hours in, but I'm just finding myself a little bit more engaged when we're just focusing on that core component right now. And there, I can see that there's a lot of reading that has come up, and a lot of it just sounds kind of like technobabble. and it's just kind of words and not really anything super like meaningful that's going, wow, this is really cool, and oh cool, this is like really painting a good picture for me. At the moment we've just kind of like read about a dude's xenobiology report, and then there's a bunch of like snippets of real life books and then there are some cool text and audio logs, but nothing like super substantial. So I think I'm just trying to like chew on the big juicy meat parts of the game so far, because that's what's got me interested. This, I'm curious as to what it's gonna be. Will it be a cliche space artifact? Will it be something mind-blowing and surprising? I'm very curious as to what this might be. We'll have to find out.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Yes. But again, repeating sort of similar thoughts so far. Game looks good, and it plays well, and it sounds good too. So I'm really enjoying those aspects of it. It seems genuinely very well crafted, and like there's a lot of effort that's gone into this one. Oh, it's nighttime. Is this a scripted nighttime? I don't know if the game has a real-life day-night cycle, or if like weather and time of day are scripted.
We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast.
Damn, Sarah looks so much better in like not hugely exposed lighting. The nighttime lighting is much better. I'm breaking up with you. Do you mind if I ask you some personal questions?
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Interesting. Do you have any religious beliefs?
My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs.
I don't have any. I just grew up in the neon shooting things. Cool backstory. Very interesting. My virtual companion is like, don't worry, you, the player. I respect you as well.
You mean, apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So, don't worry. I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital.
Okay. Is there anything you like to do for fun besides exploring?
Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly.
Okay. I'm like, is there anything you like to do for fun? I was in a band all those years ago before I was a posh English woman. I played the drums, but now it's just exploring.
I'll be here.
The Ironic Comet. Okay. So now I don't have Vasco with me.
So long.
So long. Alright, you gonna follow me? Yes? You're just gonna stare at me from a distance. I didn't tell you to wait here. She is our companion, right? Okay, she's just gonna stand there. Alright, I thought she'd be following me to the location. Considering she's my companion and all, but that's fine. I love that we just met. She's like, I'm gonna tell you something, but don't tell anyone else. Oh, there she goes. There we go. She's like, oh fuck. I forgot that I'm this guy's companion. There you go. Yeah, you've got it. It's like, wait a minute. I told him that we gotta go somewhere. Reliant Medical. Am I in the right place? I feel like I'm just going higher and higher. Oh shit.
Good day, ma'am.
Oh, I didn't realize until it was too late. They were doing a secret meet.
You're looking to chat. Then you're looking for someone else.
Aegis agent. An agent. Damn it. They were gonna do a drop-off with the briefcase. I messed up by just approaching them straight away.
We don't know each other. Trust me.
Ooh, there's a mysterious thing going on here. I missed my opportunity. I think we'll have to wait until next time then. Maybe I'll come back another time. Huh? Wait. Can I? Oh, I can switch to other ones. Silly me. Me just realizing you can actually swap between them. There you go. Yeah, did you like?
Didn't last very long.
Yeah, you like what you see, babe? I got wire. Maybe we'll have to try again for that secret meeting another day. Meanwhile, I can't figure out how to get to where I'm supposed to go without jumping and taking significant fall damage or something. I don't know how much damage I don't know how much damage I took. Not much, actually. Yeah, this is the fast way to get there. There you go.
Best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard. Honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy.
I do.
Then I'm proud to welcome you to the Vanguard. Now, you all have your assignments. Get out there and show them what the UC's made of. Supra et Ultra.
Dismissed. Alright, let's have a look. We're at Mast.
You see that scientist out in front of Mast, staring at trees, sounds upset? Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
Talk to the scientist by the tree. Okay.
Hey!
Hey!
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed inside. If you don't have official business, we ask you remain in the lobby.
I'm looking for work. Know of anyone who needs a hand?
Most of Mast's employees have extensive training in their specific areas of expertise. But if you're interested in joining the UC, Commander Tuala of the Vanguard is just on the far side of the room. The Vanguard's open to anyone who can fly.
Speak to Commander Tuala about joining the Vanguard.
Take care now.
Joining the Fighters Guild.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Stop being shy.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
I'd rather chart stars than fight wars. What's the Vanguard?
United Colonies Volunteer Fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in?
Sign me up.
Excellent. Just need to do a little paperwork. An orientation on the UC, and knock out an exam, and a probationary mission. We need to know you'll be able to hack it out there after all. Do well. You'll be out there keeping the peace in no time.
Don't forget, John. I need him back after you wrap him in that fancy get-up of yours.
No worries, Sarah. I'm not forgetting about you or our little business afterwards. Promise. First things first, head down to the orientation hall. Get signed up at the registration terminal. System will walk you through the rest. Oh, if you got a bounty, well, you're gonna have to make things right with the UC before we'll let you join. But if you've got any questions, I can get you sorted.
I do have a bounty though, because that's my fucking trait that I'm wanted. I don't think that that would classify. I think they're thinking about like actual in-game bounties, but that is funny. I'm like, I got a permanent bounty on my head. That's my trait. I'm assuming that the Vanguard is going to be like something similar to, akin to like Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, that sort of like places that you can join and do quests with them, which hopefully will have some cool stories attached. That'll be pretty neat.
Have some questions?
We had Constellation business to discuss.
Right. Got so wound up bringing you on board, I almost forgot.
Oh, I haven't. Come on, John. Let's hear it, before you try to convince him to join the Marines.
He already did.
All right. Here's what I've got. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moira. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
Okay. A scientific discovery being used as an ornament. The indignity. Wait, what's wrong with the Sol system?
You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars.
I like that everyone's like, fuck the Sol system. Sucks. Meanwhile, I'm like, I want to go there. Alright. If he's on patrol, he could be putting our item at risk.
What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
That means it's not going to be fine.
I'm sure you two can handle it. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moira will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols.
Okay. Bar in a spaceport. Sounds like home.
It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you.
Okay. Ask about Moira in Sidonia, the old neighborhood. That's fun. What's down here? Oh yes, that's traveling to get out of here. I should just be able to do that. Just go to my ship. Oh yeah, to my ship. Okay. We're gonna be heading to the Sol system. Should you warm up the engines? I'm the pilot here. Okay. Let me get up just so I can see. What do we look like in this ship with Sarah in here? Is my droid friend no longer with me? Is it? Can I only have one at a time? I guess. Is that the case? I guess I don't really have room for multiple people, do I? So I've just got my bed, and I guess you just fucking don't sleep. We just take turns with the one bed, I suppose. Because that is not a bed. Well, I guess we're sharing this if you don't mind. So weird. Cool. Well, we stuck to some main quest stuff just to focus on what we're doing here. We've got Sarah as a companion, and it looks like the Sol system is where we are going to be headed next, which is very exciting. The old neighborhood. I'm glad that they didn't keep it from us for too long because I really wanted to check it out. And we've got some little activities that we can do there as well. There's a lot for us to still sink our teeth into in terms of optional things. I am very excited for us to get to a point where we can sort of more freely adjust and customize our ship. That's going to be so much fun. But the Sol system is where we will go next. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Starfield, and I will see you next time.